Hi everybody, for this week video I present you my big mouse. First we will cast on the machine, one in the front, one in the back for the first row, starting by the black needle. For this week I will show you step by step. This is for newbies or people that are used to make my video, listen to them, sorry, but it's a very long video, so go grab something to drink and your notebook. So you have to do 115 rows for this one, and as you could see right here, I've put a stitch marker every 10 rows if your counter doesn't work. When it touches the floor, you just roll it like this and continue to crank till you reach your 115. So it's time to cast off. As you could see, 115 is there. Remove the yarn from the yarn feeder, do a 360 with it without the yarn going through the yarn feeder, and with your tip of the wool needle you will go and grab a stitch by stitch like this. The video is long, I know. I put it a little bit faster, and if it's too fast you always have the option on YouTube to slower or to press pause if you like. There. Oh, almost lost my yarn. I love those needles. They're easy to put the yarn in back. So that's the 115 done. So now we will do the ears. For the ears we will do 2 times 15 rows of gray and 7 rows of pink. There. So I cast on with the gray and then I crank till I reach 15 like this. I'm presently using a new program to edit video, so you will probably see slightly imperfection during the video, like the timing is a little off or too fast. I'm very sorry about that. I'm still learning with this. I'm using the DaVinci Resolve, like right there. I have a little mistake there, but it's not a mistake. It's I put it not a exact place where it's supposed to be, but it's okay. Oh, I forgot to attach those two together. I did the number of row I need with the pink. Time to attach this one like this. You will see that twice, I think. There. See? So you will see little thing like that during the video. Sorry for that, but it's done now. Nothing I can do. So I crank it at 360 to remove it from the machine, because if you don't turn it for 360, the machine will keep all the stitches and will be impossible to grab it. See, there's another one here, but I think it's almost 3 more, maybe. Little see, that's another one. So I grab all the stitches with my wool needle, stitch by stitch, a little bit faster. I put the video a little notch faster than I do usually, because the video was more than 2 hours. I didn't know every little trick to put it better on video, but I did my best. So the ears are done. Now it's time to do the body. The 115 rows of gray will turn out to be head and the body of the mouse. There. Time to pull on your string of yarn to close the tube. During the video you will use the mattress stitch a lot, If you're not comfortable with it yet, you will learn, don't worry, because I do a lot with my toys and my project. So seeing me doing it a lot of time maybe will help. So now I grab all the stitches to make sure there's no open at the end of the tube. There. Yeah. And then you pull. Strong. And sometimes it's still open like that. When it happens, you just go and do another round around it. It sounds funny. Okay. And then you pull and you do your knot. You go on the other side now. You do the same thing. I like my wool needle. Easy to use and always close to me. You could find them at Amazon or Walmart or Michael's, I think. It calls a wool needle pack of 3 if you're looking for it on the online. There. I should get the money to every time I advertise that. I should. There. Then I will do a knot. There, secure it. So this mouse will be with plastic eye. If you want to make one for kids under 3, please don't put those eyes. It's security. So I bring it the tail to the other one, so you keep it secure together. Got it? Right now it looks like a hat or a beanie. So I divide it. I start on the top and lower 28 or 25 rows, I don't remember. And then I go grab every 2 stitch like this, and I stay all the time on the same row. That will be the neck of the mouse. There. Nose. Like this. So you join those two. You don't do any knot, just a little bow like this. Just enough to put the stuffing in the head. When you put all the stuffing the way you like, you could tighten the neck a little bit more, not too tight. You could put your hands, cut it, and hide it in the body. Like this. It's gone. Now with the yarn I will go grab every 2 stitch, and then I will pull on it to close the tube. It's not that hard. You just grab all the stitches, every 2 stitch, pardon me, on the edge like this. I'm kind of tired. I work a lot lately, so maybe that's why I'm on a slow speed tonight to record my voice on the video. Hope I'm not giving you the the desire to go to sleep. Hope not. It's not my my idea to do a video put people to sleep. There. And stuff the bitty. When you got enough, it's time to pull to close the tube. And you decide, I just put a little bit at a time, not too much. My stuffing is very fluffy, so I take my time. So like I did earlier, I just go around like this, and then I will pull and will close it. no hole in the middle when you're done. Voila! Another time. It's not perfect like I like to it. Let's see, now it's perfect. Double knot, and I did. Ta-da! Look great. Set that one here. Let's close it. I pull already the pink side, and I will do the same thing on the gray side. There. So we did the body already, 115 rows. The ears we need 2, 7 pink and 15 gray. And then we will do the tail. So for the ears I close it like this, and to prevent it changing shape I put through the pink and come back. Now put the ears on. You will go grab one full stitch on the ears and 2 bar on the head, and we will stay all on the same column all the time. So full stitch here. I don't pull, I will pull after, like this. I sew it like 3 centimeter wide, but you will choose it 3 centimeter or 5, and then I skip one column and sew the back of the ears. I keep going on the same column. Sorry, like this. Yeah, so I have to drink. It's hard to talk by myself in my studio. I get thirsty very quick. There, so one ears is so. I will go through here and attach it in the back. So if you following me since a long time already on my video, you probably could skip a lot of info, but the newbies will need it. So that's why sometimes I like to do longer video. So that way, and even if you used to see all my videos, sometimes you could miss a little trick. I always share a little trick that I learned. So we'll put that on the other side, and same trick, you stay on the same column all the time. Make sure it's the same distance from the middle to the side. There, just to give you an idea. You don't want your ears to be not at the right place. So full stitch on the ears, 2 bar on the head, and stay on the same column. Jeez, I'm tired. Sorry. Promise I will go to bed after. So the ears are the place I want it to be, so we'll attach it on the top like this. Time to go on the back. I skip one column and grab the next one. So 2 bar, you see better in this side, and a full stitch on the ears. Full stitch, 2 bar, and again pull, check on the other side, it's the same, it's equal side, and then I will secure it with a knot. Sorry for the noise, it's the time of the year my pump work a lot. So for the muzzle you will need 5 waste yarn, 5 pink, 7 gray, and 5 waste yarn. I didn't use any on the video as you could see, but it's better to use waste yarn, but I will show you how I did it without. So if you forgot, you will end up doing the same trick that I will show you guys. So the waste yarn will be used to help sew the two. Oh, almost last one stitch here. Just put it over like it was a hook, and I continue. Yeah, the waste yarn, it's a yarn that you remove after you sew the end of your tube. Those machines are nice, but sometimes when you do toys, you need to make little piece and put it together, so you need a little bit of skill of hook and sewing. If you're not, you will learn. Don't worry. So for this one, it's the muzzle. I put a pink yarn and grab all the stitches to help me close my tube. I will show you how I had my pink on the other side. So I know it's very fast, but in the video description I will have a video. It's 5 ways to close a tube. So if you're not comfortable with a hook yet, I suggest is it a word? I suggest you to go check the 5 ways to close tube. I show it with the wool needle. It's not perfect, but at least it will give you the chance to make nice project until you get better with the hook skill. We all learn. See me, I learn a lot on this program, video editing. It's called DaVinci Resolve. It's not easy, but I'm working on it every time I have a day off to get a little bit better every time. So almost finished my rows. I grab all the stitches one by one, going one side, and with the tip of the wool needle I will lose my stitches when it get tighter like this. It's happened. So this could be a game changer if you forgot to do waste yarn and you don't want to start over all your work. You just go and install a lifeline. That's what hard to say. Sorry. Especially when you're tired. Talking by myself for 1 hour in my studio. There. So this side is done. I will tie it and cut it. So now it's time to do the same thing on this side. So we'll install the gray color and grab all the stitches. Be careful to grab the real stitch. Like this. The stitch is always the one who pop up and doesn't move. There. Almost there. So I grab all the stitches like this, and I use a contrasting yarn because it's easy to get the stitch. So on the gray side I put the pink, and on the pink side I will put the gray to help me grab all the stitches that easy way. Like this. There. So just pull on it a little bit, not too tight. And with my hook number 4.5 or 5 could be easy to, I grab one stitch on the side, whoops, and one stitch on the other side. I pick the pink stitch. The gray is only there to guide me to choose the right one. There. Almost. and keep going like this. And if you're still here, can you put a little heart or a smiley face in the comment of the video? It gives me an idea how long people watch the video. You could leave a message too. I always answer it when I see them. Like this. More than a half done. You could use the same pattern to do on Centro 40, Centro 48, Prime 44, and will be just a slightly different size of mouse, but you could use the same number of rows, no problem. And I don't know if you noticed, but I just use one machine to doing all the mouse. Even the tail will be with the 46 needle. And I will show with the tail how to work with the waste yarn that I was talking earlier on it. Long with the tail of pink, I close my row. So I stretch and I made sure that I didn't have any drop stitch. So it's easy to remove, as you could see. There. The muzzle is ready. I just do a little knot to secure with the loop. And then I will attach it with mattress stitch. So I grab one bar on the side, one bar on the other side. I stay on the same column all the time. And then I will pull on it at the end. I never pulled before because if it's too tight, it's hard if you do a mistake to fix it. So I pull on it like this. Oops. And put it back on my needle. Turn it upside down. And attach it with a knot. Keep it a little loop, and I did between the two layers. There, and cut the excess after. Maybe not. Yes, I do. Turn it the right side. I keep the pink tail. I will close it and I will go after and grab every 2 stitch around the pink to give a shape to the nose. But for X reason it cut, so that's why I explain it right now. So I do a little knot here, and then I will go cut there, stretch it. Very important to stretch your work. So I will go like this and will pull to give a shape to the nose. You will see in few seconds. Don't know why, but it didn't record this part. So I will pull right here and give it that. So right now I'm just measuring how much stuffing I need. You don't want to put too much or not enough. And the seam will be on the bottom, and I will sew starting on the bottom of the muzzle there. So I grab a full stitch on the muzzle and 2 bar on the head. I see that. I say that a lot during the video. I know. There, keep going. And don't go too tight, because the knitting machine doesn't do any tight stitches, so if you go too tight, sometimes you could deform the project. So go slowly but surely. There. I start on the bottom, I will finish at the bottom too. It's doing well. You already see the tail on the table, how it's gonna look. But don't worry, I will show how I do it. So I put the stuffing in, time to sew. Pull a little bit to secure the sewing. Keep going. I really love that mouse. It's somebody from the French group that was asking since a long time for a mouse. It was on my list, but I didn't have the right color. So a few weeks ago I bought the right color, so there she is, my little mouse. There, I did a mistake, I fixed it. See, that's why I don't go tight when I do the sewing. Too much stuffing. There. End up with the last one here. And I will tight it a little bit. Double knot and hide it in the head. So we have more than half of our project done. Pull and cut. Look cute. I already love my little mouse. So that's the tail. So I did 2 tubes with waste yarn, 5, 6 gray, and 5 waste yarn. Doesn't matter what color you use, you just make sure you have contrasting yarn. So go grab 1 stitch on the side, 1 stitch on the other side, and then I will remove the waste yarn. Keep going. I know it's a little bit fast, but like I said, I show it in another video in the video description of this video. Oof, I see it. There, almost finished the rows. See, easy to grab the stitch when the yarn is contrasting to our working project yarn. There. Almost there. Last one, and close it with the tail of yarn and push it. It's done. I do the same thing on the other side. Put it together, grab 1 stitch and grab the other one on the other side. So for the tail you will need 2 times the same thing. 5 waist, 6 gray, 5 waist. See? Almost finished this one to show you how to remove the waste yarn. Always make sure that you have your tail of yarn the opposite way that you start the sewing. Very important, because if you don't, it's hard to attach it when you get to the end. this. Almost finished. There. Make sure you grab all the stitches and close it like this. There. Time to remove the waste yarn. You just pull on it. Always one side easy than the other, because the other is the side that we do the cast on, and when we do the cast on, for some reason you have to remove the little knot like this before you be able to pull everything. So you remove the knot and then you grab the first row like this and pull. Don't go fast because it's gonna get all knot together. It's frustrating to remove, so take your time. Remove the first row, and usually everything's go well, but sometimes yarn doesn't work that much with us. It get very frustrating for us to remove it. So almost finished. Remove the first row like this. Jeez, I'm tired. Close to the end, close to the end. Pull on it. Oh, there's another knot there. And voila, it's done. Oh, it's stuck. So one part of the tail is done, and I decide to do two and attach it together. We will attach it with mattress stitch because it's a nice invisible stitch and look great at the end. I just hide it. That will be the end of the tail, and cut the excess. Ta-da! Stretch it, no drop stitch, everything's fine. We'll hide that tail of yarn first, and that one too. Cut the excess and pull. Time to attach it together. I will grab one stitch on the side, one stitch on the other side, and make sure you stay on the same column all the time. I repeat myself, I know, but we learn that way by repetition. Doing and doing and doing. Pull, and now I will go just one aside of the edge, so that way when I pull it will hide it. Almost finished the tail, and after that we will jump with the paws. Pull, and it look great. And one machine only. That's the great thing with this pattern. There, and hide it. If you're newbies, you will learn a lot of trick in this one. So the tail is done. Put that aside. Now it's time for the paws. I will need 4 times 80, and not 80. 4 times 20 rows. Put that in the yarn feeder, and then you crank till you reach 20 rows. There. I was working like 3 days to this pattern, and I finally like it. Doesn't look like it is right now at the beginning, but I never give up, so I find a way to finish my way. So I do the 360 without the yarn in the yarn feeder, I reached 20, now it's time to remove. So we'll do the same thing three other time to finish it. Remove. Grab it closer to see it better. There. If you're still here, can you put a mouse or a heart in the comment, please? Put on it and put that so this aside because I need 3 more. So the feet are 20 rows. So that's the yarn I use. It's 198 gram coral color and pale gray of Bernat Premium. I use a full ball of gray and 1/3 of the coral color. So it's time to close both sides of the tube. I will do a knot like this on one side and do the same thing on the other side. Like this. Almost finish. Pull, pull, pull. Very important. Pull to stretch it, and then find the right column and go 2 bar and 2 bar on the other side. It sounds like "Oh Canada." I'm very tired. Sorry for that. Oh, I miss my bed. I have a date with my bed after. Almost a week I'm working on this pattern, so it's time to finish it. Tonight's the night. The pull, see, it's a very nice seam. It's invisible. I love it. When you get to love it, it's when you get better. There. I didn't stuff any of the puff because of the double layer. It's very thick enough for me, and kids love to be able to move their arms. So we'll pick on the side in the middle and on the other side. Like this, and I always go in the neck so that way I'm sure that the arms on equal both sides. It's not crook. There. And go back by the neck. Raise the other arms. Like this. There's a lot of noise on my place. Sorry for that. I did in the head, and now with the feet. Now I go tied it like this. Less trouble, and that way I'm sure that they end up in the place I want them to be. So I attach it like this. There, and do a knot. So now I will go like in the middle, in the bottom like this, and start sewing it there. So I'm sure it's in the right place. So I grab a full stitch on the feet and a full stitch on the body. So we'll go like invisible seams. And we'll go great like this. There. There. And I will go on the side, the same thing. I saw like 25% of the feet. Attach the heel and go in front like this. Grab one full stitch and go on the body. My little one didn't see it yet. She didn't come downstairs today, so she didn't know it's done. So I will put that in her bed and she will wake up with it tomorrow. I think she will love it. She loves every toys I made for her. She's a sweet one. And after that, she said, my grandkid needs one, so I have to do one for my grandkids after. I will do the smaller for her. She's only 3. She liked all the little toys Grandma made for her. She's sweet. Almost finished the feet, and then we will jump for the eyes after. The eyes I use a 3 centimeter, 30 millimeter eye. It's 3 centimeter. Almost finished. Will reach my starting point soon. There. See the seam is fine and it's secure. I did in the little feet. Got it. And if it's for under 3, you could use yarn eyes, but over 3 I use those. Time to attach the tail. I will go in the middle, not too low, not too high, so I go in the middle. So I will use an invisible seam to attach it. Full stitch, another one, and another one here, so I don't go down, and the same thing to secure the tail, because you know kids will always pull on it to check if it's secure. They do the security test. So cut it there and cut the yarn. Tail is there, feet are installed. Now it's time to install the eyes. The eyes, I have 45 centimeter of yarn. I put the yarn in, I put my eye in the middle, double knot. Why I put it like this? Because the way I attach it. So one tail of yarn, reach the neck in the back in one side, and this one I pick like a centimeter on the side and reach the same stitch in the neck like this. Why do that? It's because I tied it. It's easier to get the place I need it. So for the second eye, I put it just aside, not the same stitch, like this, of the other eye. So now I will do just one knot and check if it's the eyes, the place I want it. When it's the yes, I will go and do a double knot and take one tail of yarn and switch it with the other eyes or other side. Bring it here and do another knot. You see, I want to secure everything. Never too secure with kids. There, and I did in the body. And voila, you got your mouse. And I will go dodo soon. Dodo means bed, sleeping. So voila, it's done. So I wish you a great week. See you next week for a new video. Ciao ciao. and never give up.